Also in North Bergen on Wednesday, we had a chance to speak with Mayor Nick Sacco, who is also the state senator of the 32nd District, about legislation that would change the way that law enforcement deals with DNA. We're now with North Bergen Mayor State Senator Nick Sacco, and something that I've personally been following closely is this DNA bill. It was pocket vetoed by Chris Christie a couple months ago, but I understand now that we've made some headway with this particular legislation.
We think we made headway. What I did, I made some modifications of the original bill that was conditionally vetoed. And what this bill does is any disorderly person offense for which you have to be fingerprinted, you would give a DNA sample. And the sample would be given by yourself. They give you the swab your cheek and give it back. What I took out of this bill now is shoplifting and marijuana possession. So I took out two crimes that statistically don't lead to violence, and hopefully it would take away the objections that the governor had to the bill, and it would go through and become passed. I think it's very important we have this bill. New York we were the leader at one time, 1994. My original DNA bill was after murderers and sex offenders was passed under Christy Whitman's crime package. She had 6 bills, crime packages, and mine was one. Since then, we've added to it. Now we're at the point of disorderly person, but only the class where a person's in a bar fight. Let's check to see if they've committed a crime somewhere else. Let's see if someone's in jail who shouldn't be in jail, while the criminal's been living outside. You know, this DNA is extremely important. It is very valuable. It is actually better than fingerprinting, but anyone objecting to DNA should be objecting to fingerprinting. The people who object to it, the ACLU, have the same objections now that they had in 1994. If they had their way, there would be no DNA testing, and innocent people would still be sitting in jails throughout the country.
And the argument is, generally speaking, just that it's too invasive?
Yeah. And so the poor guy who was convicted of murder or rape, who never committed the crime, sits in jail for 20 years, and then suddenly they discover the person didn't do it because the DNA didn't match. Without the DNA, a lot more people would be in jail who shouldn't be there. And with DNA, people who were guilty of crimes end up getting convicted. So I believe this is a really good way to go. New York is way ahead of us upon convictions of any crime. They take, in fact, I believe it's maybe upon arrest, they take DNA samples. And for some reason they say all labs can't handle it. Well, shame on us. We should be able to handle it.
And I know that this is can be a long process. I mean, so what do you think is the next step here if everything goes as planned?
It came through committee, okay, the Law and Public Safety Committee in the Senate. It will have to be voted on by the full Senate. Meanwhile, I'm hoping for the House, the Assembly, to move the bill into committee. Right now, the bill is in the Budget Committee. So, when it came from the committee I served on, Law and Public Safety, it goes to Budget to see what the cost would be. And from there, it should move into regular voting. Whether we can get it done in the Senate before, the summer, I don't know. There's only 2 more days left before the summer. Mm-hmm. Can it be done? Yes. If it's pushed heavily, it can be done before the summer. Either way, the Assembly has to take up the issue and move it in the same way.
I'm John Heides for the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.